Rob and Slim Show.
Yeah, what's happening? This is Kyle.
What's going on?
What's going on, Kyle?
How are you? Am I on? Are we live? What's happening?
Yup, we're live right now, bro.
Fucking A. Fucking A.
These guys are drinking hot dog smoothies.
It's the worst thing I've ever tasted in my entire life, man.
What fucking idea was that?
Mine?
Fuck, terrible. You're a monster.
He got it from an aqua
It's the worst thing I've ever eaten. A hot dog smoothie. I mean, it really sounds bad, but like, I'm trying to think. Have I ever eaten anything worse than a hot dog smoothie? Have you ever dug through like a bowl of like pistachios or almonds? You're like, oh fuck, I fucking love pistachios. I'm cracking through them shits. That shit's like a marathon for me. I'm fucking getting into it. I'm fucking boom, 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 going through them. And then, like, you eat the one that's rotten.
Yeah.
It fucking tastes like a fucking cobweb bomb went off in your mouth. And you feel like every, like, beautiful thing you've ever been told in your life is all a lie.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
The shell is always hard to crack on that pistachio, too. Like, you feel like it's you got like a challenge, bro. So once you get it open, you're like, oh, this is going to be the best.
I avoid that now. Like, I eschew the nut you cannot crack.
Yeah.
So, like, every once in a while, you find the one, you're like, oh, cool, I'm cruising. And you eat it, and you're like, it's like God said no to your taste buds. Like, no. And, like, it's just a fucking bummer.
Oh, I think. Are you guys okay?
Horrible bummer.
He can't hear it from his headphones. I don't know.
I think the hot dog smoothie made him go deaf, man.
I think so.
I did, man.
Dude,
You lockjaw?
Yeah, I think I do.
that thing made me shake, like violently shake.
Like orgasm?
Yeah, like orgasmally shake. like
Like my
Your sphincter is on fire?
Orgasm?
stomach
What
was
the
just
fuck?
rejecting.
What's that, Kyle?
I said, who's shaking from an orgasm? Listen, how good is that fucking hot dog smoothie? It's making guys come over there on the phone. How good is this food?
How good is this, Slim?
It's awful. It's not good at all.
Ah, fuck.
It's terrifying.
Wow, Slim, I'm sorry to hear that. I wish I could say I was shocked, but I'm not. Also, I hope you're getting paid at least a pretty good amount of money to drink this hot dog.
You didn't get any money, bro.
Pete almost just puked on the table.
What do you earn? Respect? Is that what they're giving you?
Yeah, he's doing it for respect.
Well, I actually didn't even have to do it because, I'm one of the co-hosts. It was just our intern, Pete, who was given the challenge, and of course he accepted because, he doesn't have a choice because he's an intern. But I just decided at that moment I had this confidence flowing through me, and I was like, what?
I could do this.
I'm going to do a hot dog smoothie, too, and I can't go back on my word, so I had to do it. But,
Where
I
is it?
appreciate how fucking noble you are.
He is. He's really dedicated.
Everyone here is really proud of you for fucking sticking to it. Honest to God, I am proud.
Yeah!
With it.
Fuck yeah. I bet his mom's proud, too.
No. She's embarrassed as fuck. I'm sure of that.
I'll never kiss him again.
No.
No, probably not. Mama Slim is shaking her fucking head.
Mrs. Slim. This is just like his mom used to make, though. She used to make this for fucking breakfast. He used to choke on stuff, so she was sick of taking him to the hospital. She just made him.
Yeah, no, the first trip to the hospital is like really harrowing and like really like emotional, and when you get out, you're really like everyone's really happy. But like the seventh time you go, everyone's like, "Can you just die of cancer already?"
What's wrong over there, Pete?
Oh my!
Like I don't want to see this doctor very much. It costs a ton, and like it'd just be easier for everybody to just heal over.
Yeah, he's got the wrong. What is going on? He's got the wrong pair of headphones on.
I told you it's that hot dog smoothie.
Next time you go, you fucking make it worth everyone's while, okay?
Yup.
But you get really fucked up in there.
Get a prostate exam, bro.
Nah, that's not that worth it. Look, you can examine your own prostate at home, guys. All you need is a friend.
Yeah.
We actually do have a friend with gloves on right
now.
So
What's that?
Our buddy Rick, he's wearing rubber gloves right now.
Yeah, latex.
Oh,
Latex.
well, all you have to do is sweet talk. I bet you if you gave him a hot dog smoothie, you might go for it.
Kyle, I would, but I gotta drive.
Oh, yeah, sure. All that will make you very, very intoxicated.
Well, the New Jersey State Police, I don't want to get involved on the side of the road with a hot dog smoothie in my stomach because that could get ugly.
They test for that nowadays in Jersey.
I have a question. I don't know how really the format of this fucking hour is going to go. If I ask you guys questions, you ask me questions. I don't really know what's happening. But I am going to ask a real quick question right now. I lived in Boston for a really short amount of time, maybe like 6 or 7 months, probably 6. I remember driving through. We went to a wedding for a friend in Rhode Island, and then we also were going to I took a couple trips out of the city of Boston. One was to Rhode Island. I guess where the hell was it? I don't know. Somewhere in Rhode Island for a wedding, very rural. And then we also went 2 other times to Foxwoods Casino. And I've never in my life, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've never seen more ruthless cops than the Connecticut Highway Patrol.
Yeah.
Is that a thing, or did I just observe a thing that's just was to me, or is that really like a thing that they're known for? I had a friend from New Haven, Connecticut, who said he's also never seen cops so fucking intense in his life.
Because cops around here, they're always
rude. I want to know if
rude.
that's a true thing.
Wasn't Super Troopers Northeast? Wasn't that based in the Northeast?
Yeah.
I think there was like
Yeah, but
Vermont.
they're like aping Vermont.
Yeah, Vermont.
Yeah, I know the cops here
I
are
can't
rude.
imagine anyone in Vermont ever caring enough about anything that's not maple syrup or weed.
When I moved to West Virginia for a few years, and I got pulled over, and I was just shocked. The cop pulled me over. He was nice. He respected me. I didn't know how to fucking act to him. I want to be like, well, what the fuck's going on here?
Well, so you're saying the nicest highway patrol are in West Virginia?
Dude, they were, man.
I think they're just happy to see a white man that has all his teeth. Do you know? Are you guys? You follow Angie Davis Hartspeen on Twitter? Adar79 Angie.
I don't know.
She's my favorite person from West Virginia.
Let's
Even
see.
more than Hank Williams Jr. If you guys want a good Twitter follow Angie Davis. Her handle is at Adar79Angie. ADAR79ANGIE.
Yeah, I did. I just got her like a day or two ago.
She is ruthlessly funny. She's a wonderful stand-up comic.
Nice.
She's unbelievably funny, and there's a thing about people who I know a lot of people who are stand-up comics. If you guys listen to my show, or the people who are listening right now, I have a podcast called Roll Cheeseburger, and it's hosted. The other 2 hosts are stand-up comics. My friend Dan Lawler, who on Twitter is at the Dan Lawler, and then there's Valerie Tosi, who you guys had on the show last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
she was delightful.
She's great, and she's a very, very, very good comic herself. And you can find her at Valerie_Tosi, Tosi. And those guys, especially Dan, because he's been doing it for so long, has figured out a way to make Twitter funny. Like, there's people who are funny who aren't very good at Twitter. Like, who's a good example of a comic who's not any good at Twitter? I think, who I don't think is very good at Twitter is a guy like Kurt Brownohler, who I love as a comic, and I think he's the funniest comic in Los Angeles, but I just don't think his Twitter feed is very good.
Yeah.
And Angie is a person who's managed to figure out how to make her set on stage really good and her Twitter feed lights out funny.
Nice.
It's great. It's a hard thing. I don't know if I totally have figured it out. I feel like I'm constantly figuring it out, but also I don't do stand-up, so...
Yeah. What else do you do, Kyle?
I'm not a stand-up comic. Well, I do comedy shows. Like, I host this podcast and everything, but I have a show. I have another show in Los Angeles called the Competitive Drinking Film League, and it's basically team-based drinking games to films of questionable, quality, basically. So we'll break the audience into 3 different teams because there's 2 other guys that I host with, and we're the team captains. We flush out the whole thing. So it sort of feels like a cross between I don't know what to say, maybe the Tour de France and Mystery Science Theater 3000. Because we're sort of all racing to drink, and we're all like shooting at each other basically, because we'll have rules. Because when you play a drinking game, there's like rules for the drinking game, right?
Yeah.
Like, drink every time Lebowski says "fuck." What a funny game! Like, okay, that's kind of funny, but like 20 minutes in, you're gonna be like, dude, how many fucking times does Lebowski say "fucking fuck"? We're gonna be fucking wasted. So what we do is we find games that we feel like that would have a ton of rules, and we basically break all those rules into basic like 3 different groups. So this 2 days ago, 3 days ago, we just did Demolition Man. And we broke the audience into 3 teams. Team John Spartan, which is Sylvester Stallone's character. Team Simon Phoenix, which is Wesley Snipes' character, and Team Edgar Friendly, which is Dennis Leary's character. We basically did a bunch of rules that were like specific, like you had to drink every time John Spartan can't deal with the future. Every time he's confused about something that's new. Every time someone violates the verbal morality code, you have to take a drink. So shit like that. And every time Simon Phoenix has to drink every time he says Simon says whatever, blah blah blah.
Right.
All that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But so I do that, and it's a pretty good show. It seems like very dry and stupid as I explain it, but if you came and played it, you'd see us. We're fucking dressed up in costumes. So we're getting the whole fucking crowd wasted. If I feel like someone's being really funny, because everyone's welcome to just shout at the fucking screen when we do these movies. So if I feel like someone did something really funny, I'll just turn around and I'll just hand them a fucking Tecate or hand them a can of beer or whatever. But that was really good. I'm giving you a free beer. So it's always this huge, ridiculous event. But I do that show. I have my podcast. I play in a couple bands. I play in an Irish folk band. If you're in Los Angeles on Tuesday, we're called Pet the Fox. We play Irish folk music. Well, I do a lot of shit. I do, and it seems like a lot of nothing too.
Yeah, that's what I do. A lot of nothing.
As long as you enjoy doing it, man, that's all that matters.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck it is. Yeah, absolutely. And I do. I really feel like I do. I always want to do more and different stuff, but this is really a good town to be able to do a lot of dumb shit like that and have a good time doing it.
Yeah, man. Who runs the Rock and Roll Cheeseburger Twitter? Is that you or is that Dan?
We all dabble in it, but Dan is usually the one who's on top of it all the time.
Okay, yeah. He's busy, right, dude? Because I've asked him a couple times to come on, and he's always busy, he said.
Oh, he's really busy.
Fuck.
He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes on that show.
Yeah.
I mean, we all do, but Dan certainly does do a lot, especially with the social media, and he's also a working man too.
Yeah.
I think every one of us on that show is either a bartender or has been a bartender at one time. So he always works at night too. So every time you guys want him on the show,
yeah,
he's already going to work.
Damn. Now, when I listened to that one show you guys just did, number 23, I like the Twitter court. That was awesome, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. We were worried that we'd get a little inside baseball. You know what I mean? Sort of for people who don't have a Twitter account, would maybe not think that was super funny.
Yeah.
But we had to fucking do it because if you are a person who has Twitter, to those of you who are listening right now, if you guys are Twitter people out there, we had a person on our show who is, I called her a Twitter elite. I called her Twitter famous. She feels uncomfortable with that just because she makes her feel like, oh, don't put me in that bracket. It makes me feel kind of weird. But her name is NickFit75, at NickFit75, NICFIT75.
Nice.
And she is way funny. If you look her up on her handle is the inappropriate mom.
Yes.
Because
I did find
totally
her.
what she is. She's a mom, and everything that comes out of her mouth on her fucking Twitter feed is just ridiculous and awful. But we felt like we had to do a Twitter court thing. And also it was a good excuse to fucking make fun of ourselves.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We deserve it.
Fuck yeah. Who's the other dude on the show? The tech guy?
Our producer, the voice of God?
Yes.
His name is Tiku Surkar. He's been a friend of mine. I guess I've known him for about almost 2 years now. We randomly met at a barbecue out here in LA. I was in like North Hollywood area, and his girlfriend and my ex-girlfriend, they both went to college together. So we went to a 4th of July party at someone's house, and I didn't really know anyone there, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to get drunk and sit at the grill. Like, I've officially become old enough that I'm the old guy at the grill now. At the time, I was a butcher. Like, I was cutting meat professionally. Like, that was my job, was my day gig.
Yeah.
And I just brought a bunch of shit from work. I brought a bunch of grub that I thought, you know, I'm like, I don't know how many people I'm going to feed, but I'll at least bring some stuff for my crew of people.
That's what I did tonight.
Going to be my girlfriend and a couple of her buddies or whatever. And I just started making food, and I saw this dude. If you've never really seen a picture of Tiku, he's very, very, very handsome.
He is. Like, he is easy on the eyes.
So fucking bony, dude. He's so skinny. So I just see this fucking, like, this fucking reedy little thing, like, swaying through the crowd. He's already wasted. Just fucking drunk out of his mind. And he's like, hey, are you the grill guy right now? I'm like, I guess so. I guess I am. I'm here. I'm the grill guy. He's like, I have some stuff in the car. Can I bring it to you and you just cook it? I'm like, yeah, sure, bring it out. He's like, wait, what are you doing right now? I'm like, oh, well, I got some andouille sausages. I got some burgers. He's so drunk, he's like blinking with one eyeball at a time. You know, like, he's that drunk. He's like, can I have a burger? I'm like, fuck yeah, you can, man. And we just like, we chatted a little bit. We were both getting really drunk. And then I didn't see him for like 2 or 3 months. And then I randomly walked into a card shop because he and I both play Magic the Gathering, and I'm a big fucking nerd because of it. Tiku's a big fucking nerd. Because he works at a shop who sells it. So, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, maybe I'm the worst nerd. Would you think, who's the bigger drug addict? The person who buys the drugs or the person who sells the drugs, right?
Yeah.
I guess I would say the person who's the drug addict is the person buying the drugs is the worst drug addict. Okay, yeah. I'm a bigger fucking nerd than Tiku. Okay, but I saw him in there, and I'm like, bro, I feel like I know you from somewhere. And he's like, yeah, I feel like I know you from somewhere too. And it both clicked. You know when alcoholics have that thing called a moment of clarity?
Yeah.
Like, right.
I haven't had that ever.
Oh, I know where I met you. Yes, we were both very drunk. And, like, we've been friends ever since.
Oh, wow.
And he moved to L.A. because he's a composer. So, like, if you look at his IMDb page, you'll see nothing but audio credits. He does acting and stuff in town too. He's done some stuff like that, but mostly he's a composer.
He looks like you, Slim.
And what's that?
I'm looking at him right now on Twitter. He looks just like Slim.
Yeah, he looks just like Slim.
I think we should have them meet. Maybe rip a hole in the space-time continuum.
Yeah, I was going to say he looks just like Slim if Slim were Indian.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's Hindi Slim.
Hindi Slim.
Like identical, except for the whole brown skin thing, right? No, that photo of fucking Tiku, it's like him eating is it him eating a hamburger right now, or is it him with the big pompadour?
Him eating.
Oh, God. That's a funny picture. But, like, the old picture of him, it was like a black and white photo with him, like a big, like a creeper, like one of those, like Elvis pompadours.
Yeah.
He looked like a dude who drove, like, a hot rod around. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a crazy fucking look. I wish I could do that with my hair, man.
Fuck yeah. I can't do shit. I'm losing all mine, bro.
What's that?
I'm losing all mine. That's what happens when you have kids.
Is that, how many kids do you have?
3. They're monsters.
Jesus,
my youngest one, my ex-wife called me the other day. They were at church, and like a 2-year-old girl slapped him on the back, and he's 3 years old. And he turns around, and he grabs her by the cheeks and starts squeezing till she cries. And my ex-wife, she realized it. She went over. She's like, buddy, she's young. She didn't realize what she did. She's like a baby. You have to apologize. And he turned around and he said, I don't got to apologize for nothing. And he ran away.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, that's my boy.
I was going to say, that's learned behavior.
Dude, they're badass.
I mean, to the children, I imitate the parent, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all on her, bro. I didn't teach that shit.
I fucking love it. That's great. That's all on her. I didn't do that. Nice. Just passing the buck. Passing the buck. Passing the fucking buck.
Who taught you, Pete,
Who told me?
how to eat that sweet smoothie?
I guess I kind of... Nobody.
We should have put it in baby bottles, bro. Get it out of here if you're not drinking it, because it still fucking
Yeah,
stinks,
take
bro.
mine too, 'cause I can't. I wanted to, but I can't.
I tried.
It's like
Honestly, I
this
tried.
will
guys.
kill you. It's not.
No, it won't.
No, it
This
will.
This is
I think you should drink both of them. Taste Slims to see if it's any better, bro.
Yeah.
Not here, not here.
Go over to the trash can.
He likes that one.
You gotta say.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's so
He's-
awful.
Christ, what is going on over there? It sounds like horrible.
He'll do anything we tell him.
Jesus Christ.
He's good.
Okay, as long as you don't need to call that
Oh, it
ambulance.
still smells. Holy fuck. So how long have you guys been doing the podcast for?
This podcast has been going on for 6 months.
Wow.
I guess we started at the end of August. So we basically started in earnest in September. But we are actually taking a hiatus right now. We're gonna take a hiatus. Our next episode's going up on Monday, and we're gonna take a break because all of us are sort of feeling a little like, well, we've got a body of work now. We can all go back and reflect on it and look at it, see what we like, what we didn't like, what we want to do going forward.
Yeah, we don't do that.
And
We just fucking
That's
plow
cool, man.
forward.
I feel like we had to do that because there's so many produced numbers. Like we have to have a sketch every show. We have to have 2 songs every show. We have to have a commercial every show. And I think everyone was sort of feeling a little just, I don't want to say burnt out, because that's not correct. But I definitely think that everyone wanted to look at it and be like, well, we've got all this stuff, can we assess it? And also, Dan was really keen on the idea because he's like, look, TV shows have seasons, we can have a season.
That's right.
And that way we don't burn ourselves out. Basically, it's like a little bit of like preventative medicine. And we're not going to be down for very long, probably 6 weeks or so. Maybe 8 weeks. We're not sure, but it won't be forever.
Okay.
And during that time, we're just going to see what we want to modify, see what we want to change, see what we love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See if we can't do a little different kind of promotion and get some different people lined up. Like, I mean, I'm really blessed in the fact that I live in LA for this show. For the sake of this show, because I feel like we can get guests that I like. If I try to do this show back home in Orcas Island, which is like 100 miles north of Seattle, which is basically Canada, it's a rock in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's beautiful and lovely, but I'd never be able to do the show that I do in LA. I'd never be able to do it at home. Fuck, I wouldn't be able to fucking do it if I was in Seattle.
Yeah.
There's just no way. So, it'll just give us a little time and to refocus stuff. Oh, not only that, but like maybe a little time away. You know, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Even.
Yeah. Fuck
You
yeah.
know, like
That's like, what was it, Twitter? Ever since we jumped on Twitter, the guests I've been getting have been so much better than when we
What's
used to
that
use.
now?
Well,
oh wait, since you guys, well, how long have you guys been on Twitter and been active on Twitter?
not long.
No, we didn't get it at first, but as soon as Rob figured it out, like it was like, all right, we need this in our
It's got to be
lives.
less than a year, man.
Yeah, definitely less than a year.
Did you guys do a show before this one too?
Yes, we did. It was called the RBJ Show. We did it with another dude, but he stunk, and we had to siphon the dead weight.
Yeah, he was just a young kid, man. He was my cousin, so I kind of had to kick my own cousin off of my
Yeah,
show.
right
But,
in the balls.
He was
Oh, that had to be fucking awkward.
Yeah.
you
Nah, he's
took it
stupid.
all
He's
right.
really stupid, so I don't even think he fucking understood it. It's like, okay.
You know, the truth of the matter is he's a 19-year-old kid. You don't really have much to say when you're 19.
He's really racist, too.
No, but you love to fuck. You don't have much to say when you're 19, but you fucking love to say it, though.
Yeah. He didn't, though.
Yeah, he never said anything.
I think his, what was it, his
really?
dad used to press in his soft spot and use it as an ashtray, right?
No.
Oh, fuck. Because I've been telling everybody that. I even write it on the bathroom wall. It's in there right now. If you pull back that shower curtain.
Well, I mean, what I will say is, yeah, it can be really difficult if you don't. It's strange because the worst thing you can do on radio, or I mean, just ultimately, let's not bullshit ourselves. That's what we're fucking doing, guys. We're basically doing radio.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, your guys' show is different because you have the visual element. We don't have that. We just don't have that at our disposal. We basically decided that we were going to be doing a radio show.
Yeah.
And the worst thing that you can have on radio is dead air.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a killer. Dead air will fuck you. Dead air will make everyone, even if they're having a great time, they'll be like, maybe if there's 5 seconds of dead air, I'd switch to station 2. And if there's 5 seconds of dead air on my podcast, well, I would shut it off too. I would definitely look for something else to do. So having a person in a chair, taking space in one of your chairs, that's just not saying a fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's just murder. Like, I mean, like, you just rather, you as a host, I mean, like, of course it sucks for everyone who's listening because, you know, that's awkward, because it makes them feel awkward and weird, makes them think that maybe, like, the people that are doing the show aren't having a good time. But as a host, you just want to fucking kill yourself because you're definitely going through that. You're
We'd be waiting
what
for
can
him.
I do to get a little info out of you?
Yeah.
What can I do to, like, make your experience a little more fun here?
We'd be waiting for him to, like, chime in at any time, dude, and he would never say fucking shit.
I'm taking his place, actually, for today.
Beautiful work. Listen, there's a difference between picking your spots, man, and fucking just not saying anything.
Yeah.
That's what Tiku does. And that's what we asked him to do. We're like, look, there's 3 seats in this room, and you're not going to be in one of them. But the producer's job, I mean, other than producing the show, like, I want you to be able to come in and chime in with anything you want to be able to say. And Tiku's like, I think that's a really great dynamic. And, like, in the room, we've had production meetings with each other. And, you know, I've said, like, look, I think it's really great that you can either... Tiku basically has the wonderful power of being able to either, like, you know, he comes in with the God sound. If you listen to the show, Tiku Sarkar, we call him the voice of God, and Tiku will come in with basically this thunderclap and a chorus of angels. And every time he does it, we all stop because we have to hear what he has to say. We have to honor what God says. and every time like, the beauty of it is either that it's a fucking, you know, we're talking about a topic, we want to say it. It's either going to be a life preserver or a hand grenade. Like, those are your 2 options. He's either going to support the fuck out of you, or he's going to crater you to, like, take a joke at your expense. Either way, in this dynamic, in this show, I feel like it fucking works.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't have to change at all.
Yeah.
I love that. So you picking your spots, man, that's cool. That's cool with me, okay? You can pick your spots. But you can't sit over there like a fucking lump for 45 minutes staring at your fucking phone like a fucking jerk.
That's what he would do,
Yeah, he
man.
would stare at
Fucking
his phone.
text
Yep,
the whole
absolutely.
time.
And when he would throw something, it'd be like one word. Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
And like,
whoa.
that comes as a function of not fucking listening to what's happening in the room when it's happening. You're down looking at your phone. Look, I don't care. You're not fucking. You can't multitask like that. You're looking at your phone, so you can't hear this great little piece of conversation or this instant, like, new inside joke that just showed up.
I would, yeah. See, I would look at my phone though if Valerie texted a picture of her butthole, because I bet it is delicious looking, bro.
What happened?
Have you ever seen Valerie's butthole? That's what I'm saying. I would be looking at my phone if she texted me a picture of her butthole.
That's okay. Look, so would I. But like, that's like the distraction you're allowed to look.
It's gotta be
at.
like nice
It's
and
like,
pink.
Well, that's also a
Oh, and if
distraction. You
someone
show
else-
everyone else
oh,
at the table,
fucking-
you know.
Who knows about that? It's but like,
What's that milk?
I guess the thing is like, if something that incendiary happened,
Yeah.
I would then immediately comment on it on the show.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my god, guys, look at this crazy thing that happened. I don't know. That's what I'd fucking do.
Off. Pete's finishing all the milk from the smoothies.
I'm curing my heartburn, guys.
Jesus Christ. They fucking filthy as fuck.
He's a good guy. He's the best intern we've ever had, and the only intern we've ever had.
Well then, look at you, you're the best.
You're the best, Pete. Chug that milk. Oh, shit. Chug, 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 chug. There's a lot in there, bro. Come on. That was not fair.
I'm gonna sleep well tonight.
You want me to go get you a Four Loko, bro?
No, I'm good. Not today.
Oh, Jesus. You wash all that down with a Four Loko?
Ugh.
We had a video up on YouTube called Pete and Two Wild Broads.
Oh, yeah.
And he drank a Four Loko, bro, and he doesn't remember the night.
I don't remember.
It's comedy gold. Like, this is shit you couldn't write. Like,
No.
it was amazing. Everything he would say was just the greatest thing ever.
Degrading.
That's
Just
disgusting.
repugnant ass
He
bullshit.
was a mess, dude. What's wrong, Pete?
Oh, no, I'm just... Smoothie was coming up.
Oh, fuck.
Turn your back. Turn
That
your
is
seat
bad
around. Turn your
news.
seat around.
Yeah, let's put you in timeout.
So, Kyle, I was wondering with all the production you guys put into one episode, how long does it take you to actually produce a single episode?
Well, because of the turnaround, and the turnaround would be shorter if we didn't all have day jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
So it takes 5 or 6 days. Like, we'll record on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and we have to be up Monday.
Yeah.
Like, not being up on Monday is fucking suicide. Like, you have to do your show every day at a set time. Like, if you went to go sit and watch fucking Jeopardy, and they tell you every week, 7:30, ABC, blah, blah, blah. And then one week they were like, Trebek was like, man, I don't know. Fucking traffic was bad. And they just go on at 8:15. No one would ever watch that show again.
Yeah.
Ever. Never. So, I don't know, man. Like, I feel that, like, we have to hustle to make shit like that happen. And it's because,
It's tough.
look, man, like, shit happens and, like, everyone in the group is, like, trying to be a working actor. They're trying to get their grind on, you know what I mean? Like, there's someone will be like, oh, shit, I got this audition and I have to go.
Yeah.
Like, I got a callback for a thing. And, like, all these people are trying to make it as, you know, working actors. And, like, I don't know how many working actors you guys know, but, like, if you're trying to be a
None.
working actor, motherfucker, you work.
Yup.
You grind your ass when you're not at your job. Because being a working actor don't mean you get fucking paid for a thing. Any good actor, anyone who does their art for a living,
Right.
knows how to bust their ass just as fucking hard as your granddad who fucking worked in a salt mine. You know what I mean? Or like, my dad was a fucking iron worker in fucking Pittsburgh, blah, blah, blah. Like, cool, well, my cousin is a stage actor in New York, and that motherfucker hustles his ass. You know what I mean? And I'm not, like, that kind of ethic is the only thing that will separate the wheat from the chaff.
And in acting,
And so we have to honor that. So, like, sometimes shit like that comes up, and we just have to roll with the punches. So we try to give ourselves as much time as possible while still being like, okay, look, we need to make sure that we get this out as quickly as we can.
Right.
especially with acting, it's funny because if you don't have a gig, you've got to be looking for a gig, and then once you get that gig, you got to start looking for the next gig. So it is really just continue, go, go, go. It's just
The whole
ridiculous.
bit. If you don't like looking for a job, like if you're Joe Blow and you're like, fuck, I hate looking for a job. Like you don't want to be a fucking actor.
Yeah.
secretly.
Right.
Like I got news for you. If you can't deal with the fucking grind of looking for a job and like pounding the pavement and handing your resume to people, you can't do that job. You can't be an actor. Can't do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Because you know what? someone else might hate it just as much, but they'll do it just a little harder. And that person who does it a little harder is going to get just a little bit more work than you. And when it comes down to the two people who needed that gig, the person who hustled their ass more is more than likely going to be the person that gets hired.
No doubt about that.
No one gets discovered. Nobody gets fucking plucked out of fucking obscurity in a cafe in the middle of fucking Hollywood. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
What about
you
Kevin
know when those fucking people
Costner?
get
What about
plucked
Kevin
out of nowhere?
Costner?
When they went to their fucking 1,000th audition. What's that?
What about Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner.
He was an extra.
Out of obscurity. They
Right,
found him
right.
and they say, "You beautiful man, we're gonna get you."
Yeah, he was.
Fucking
Well,
Kevin Costner lived in his car for fucking 9 months.
he was a extra. Yeah. So even
Well,
that.
I mean, extra work can pay. I mean, now it doesn't really pay as much as it used to.
Right.
But like Kevin Costner, like legitimately would like, he's like, I really don't have any connections in town, and that kind of that nepotism shit fucking works. Like if you've got, like, you can bust your ass and bust your ass and bust your ass, but if you've got a fucking uncle in the biz, like that really does. That takes care of a lot of problems, man.
Absolutely does. You didn't really have to answer.
I mean,
that
like
question.
that works but that's for any job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if there's 10 spots in the fucking fire department, and it's between you and one other dude, and dude's uncle is the chief. Guess what? You're looking for another fucking job. You know what I mean? So nepotism exists everywhere. Whether or not like you're going to be the next fucking Batman, or you're going to be the next fucking dude who fries up Whoppers at Burger King. Like, that shit's everywhere. So,
That's where Pete's going after this.
Whoppers.
speaking
Burger
of
King.
Whoppers, you going to make a shake out of that next? What's going on?
We
Whopper
should.
shake.
A Whopper
I will
smoothie.
never fucking work at a fast food restaurant
Again.
ever fucking again.
Why not?
What's the worst job you guys have ever had? What's the worst job you've ever had in your life?
Definitely McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's was mine too.
Oh, did you guys all work at McDonald's?
No.
Not me.
No,
I worked at Burger King. I was better than that.
I was gonna say, you're not gonna slum like these plebeians over here. You respected yourself.
Yeah, man.
Kyle, I got everybody whooped. I worked in the sewer.
Oh wow.
What?
I
Wow.
worked for the Princeton Sewer Operating Committee. So it started
What was your name? Splinter? What the fuck are you doing in the sewer?
It started out as cut the grass and all that on top of trunk lines, and then when something got stopped up, or somebody's basement in Princeton was filled with shit water, we got called in.
Oh,
and we're like-
really?
Yeah. So we get in there, and I'd never had the proper attire, so it was like they give you the boots, and you go in there, and you're like looking at these basements that are just furnished to the T with 3 inches of freaking feces hanging on the floor.
Oh god.
Yeah, I was gonna say I built
Chill
vending
out.
machines in an unair conditioned factory in the summer, and that's not that bad.
I mean, I've had bad jobs. Like, I think the worst job I've ever had, and I've had some shitty jobs. I was a telemarketer for like a year and a half.
Yeah,
which
that
is
sucks.
hard. But like, you sit at a desk and you get yelled at. Like, that's not the worst thing in the world. Like, I get yelled at anyway at my current job, and it doesn't fucking really matter. I mean, I get
Yeah.
yelled at, but I'm a bartender, so I get yelled at by idiot customers. So like, that never really bothers me as much as like, I mean, I don't get yelled at by my fucking boss now. Like,
Yeah.
I do love working in a bar. I've got to say, like, my boss isn't fucking yelling at me, man. Like, we're all in the same fucking boat together. We're all just trying to make a buck, and we're all fucking cool dudes. Like, I'm not into fucking shouting at anybody. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think the worst job I ever had, when I look at it, like, as a whole, I think the worst job I ever had was working at Toys R Us over Christmas. And I was building bicycles for, like, really shitty, rude fucking,
Dude, I wanted to do that. I worked at Toys R Us. I was in the game department, and they were so gung-ho about it, and I just couldn't hack it. I was like, you know what? I need to get away from all you managers and all that. Just build bikes and do my own thing. It sucked. It sucked back there?
oh, I hated it.
Really?
Mostly the reason I hated it is because, like, I thought their cataloging system and their way that they
Yeah,
organized stuff was exceptionally, like, disorganized.
Yep.
So, so I didn't appreciate any of that. But the thing I hated, I guess, and it was again, like I mentioned this again, like it was during the holidays. So the thing that sucked so fucking much about it, I guess, is not so much like the kids weren't bad, because children are just children, man. Like they walk around without like an editor on. They say some kids can be fucking awful, and those kids need to be fucking punted across the room. But like ultimately, like most kids are just like they're just kids, man. Like so they were okay. They never bothered me. But the people who bothered me was their fucking parents.
Oh man.
Without question.
Yeah.
Was their fucking shitty ass, cocksucking, rude, foaming at the mouth parents. Those are the worst. Those are the worst people. Like, just the worst.
And are they, like, super picky about the bike they're going to buy for their kids, too? They're like, there's a little tiny scratch on this bike where the kid doesn't give a fuck.
Tell you, they were like, I didn't get this black and purple, I got it in pink! You lose the back and fucking fix this! Like, hey, man, enjoy your embolism on the floor of the fucking Northgate Toys R Us, you piece of shit. Like, enjoy it, because you are fucking screaming at me so goddamn hard. I swear to God, some, like your pacemaker's gonna happen, like you're gonna fucking have a sports hernia all of a sudden, like, don't you dare, dude. So, like, I really hated that. But, like, I don't know, man. I guess that's really the worst. I mean, it did suck. Like, it took me it was a long walk home every night, and I had to walk across Aurora Avenue, which is a street that cuts through basically the entirety of Seattle. And Seattle's like it gets a reputation for being a very clean city and very hospitable and like very like ritzy and stuff like that. Now, I mean, it's got a lot like of how do I say? It's got like a big San Francisco kind of vibe now, or at least that kind of reputation.
Friendly.
But
yeah,
there's a fucking the absolute, like, the hairy mole on the beautiful face of Seattle is Aurora Avenue. And it is just where God fears to tread, dude. It is so bad and so horrible. Like, it was made, Aurora Avenue was old Highway 99. And Highway 99 technically cuts all the way through, like, it's all the way up and down the West Coast. And Aurora Avenue is just the most ridiculous. Like, every business that's there is like an old like motel. Everything on Aurora Avenue was built for like the World's Fair, so, like 1962, like back when they built the Space Needle and all that shit.
Yeah.
So like everything there is just dilapidated and falling apart, and there's like prostitutes and fucking crack dealers like everywhere you go.
Nice.
Everywhere.
Detroit Avenue.
Crazy. Oh my God, it's cartoons, man. It's unbelievable. I was on the phone. I was on the phone with someone while I was just gotten a cell phone. I was very cool. Oh my God, I just got my fucking first cell phone. Deal with it, bitches. So I was on the phone with my girlfriend at the time, and this dude comes up to me. He's like, "Hey man, can you spare me any change? I need whatever his excuse was. Like, oh brother, I'm sorry, I don't have any change on me. I only got the card." He's like, "Yo man, that's cool." And then I hit the sign. I hit like the button across the street, and it's like a 4-lane street, right? It's like two big lanes, turn lane, 2 big lanes going the other way.
Toll road.
So 5 lanes, right? And this guy, he's like, "Yo, who you on the phone with?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?" I'm like, "I'm on the phone with my girlfriend, man." He's like, "Hey, oh, that's great." And then he's like, "Hey, yo, I got them rocks." I want to be like, "Hey, honey, hold on. Toothless Ned over here has got a real good plan for our fucking evening, okay?" And that Toothless Ned basically would come up to me at least twice a week when I was walking. I was always walking at like fucking, it was like a 1.5 2-mile walk from work to my dad's house in Seattle. And man, it was just like every day.
Is he on Twitter?
Fuck was happening. There was always like a stabbing on Aurora. There's always like someone getting shot over some weird like fucking drug deal. Like it's the stuff. It's hilarious during the day, but like at night, it's terrifying. So I guess that was another reason I definitely didn't like the job. Also, here's a weird fucking thing. Layne Staley, the lead singer from Alice in Chains, used to come in there, and he would play the N64, but he would just play the demo N64, and he was just so far fucking gone. Like so many drugs had just ravaged him. And like Alice in Chains was like a really important band for me like growing up. I really loved them.
Yeah.
I fucking like listened to all their stuff. And watching like everyone was there, we were watching him like just waste away to nothing.
Wow.
Just because he was he was just doing so much heroin at that time. And my friend Regan, she was working there. She was working in the game department at the time, and our manager would come over and be like, "Yo, you need to get that homeless guy out of here." And Regan's like, I'll do anything you say, but I'm never kicking that man out. First of all, he's not homeless. Second of all, he's royalty in here in Seattle, and I will never do that." Like it was the only thing that was sort of like that he would do that all of us saw that was like normal and like really close to right when I got hired. Well, this was actually right. It was right when I quit working there. He fucking died. It was finally his overdose, like right around that.
Fucking Toothless Ned.
Toothless Ned.
Toothless
Like
Ned.
I'd see it like 3 times a week.
Kyle, we actually got to wrap this up, man. It was great, though. Thanks for talking to us.
Cool. At least I ended it on a real down note. It was the end of every good musical thing that ever happened in Seattle. Well, I'll see you later. Enjoy your hot dog shake, assholes.
More news at 11.
Fuck, man. Well, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it.
Hey,
Thank you, brother.
Get all your plugs out, man. Promote your podcast and whatever, and then we'll let you go.
Follow me on Twitter at KDuncanG, KDUNCANG. You can follow my podcast, Rock and Roll Cheeseburger. That's RR Cheeseburger on Twitter. You can download our website. You can download our podcast every week from our website, from iTunes, and from Stitcher. Follow my lovely hosts, Valerie Tosi, Dan Lawler, Tiku Surkar. We've got all kinds of fun shit happening. Nice. You can follow my comedy group, the Competitive Drinking Film League, the CDFL. You tell me that you fucking heard me on the Robin Slim Show and you come to one of my live shows, I'll buy you a fucking beer on the spot. That's the way it's going to be.
Nice! Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, brother.
Take care, man.
Have a good night.
You too.
You too.